Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bless the Process. We got Kick-Ass Pancakes here, our very own organizer, Kick-Ass Pancakes. Currently streaming and also running a game. What a trooper. I hear it sounds fine.
It's just not. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. This is just taking a little bit longer. I'm doing it through my own PC. We're not actually restreaming anything. So, all right.
So yeah, I'm still here for commentary, and that means I'm watching it with delay. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. We got this. We got this. How's audio sound? Everything good?
I think you might be a little quiet. I think also Alec might be a little quiet. Yes, Pancakes and Alec, you're both quiet. I'm loud as hell.
Well, I can't fix that. all right.
No,
so
no one can.
let's.
I thought this was Blast the Process, not Shots Fired.
No, I didn't even mean to fire shots. All right, listen. I'm sleep deprived, and we're gonna get started here. Why I'm up here standing on these spikes, all right, is as Alec's gonna explain what zips are. We are going to be incorporating those into this run. We will be using glitches, hopefully, to some success, and just pay attention to how fast Sonic goes running to the left here.
So yeah, the game has mechanics built in to try to keep you out of walls. Thing is, when you get into walls, you can abuse them to go exceptionally fast, like he did there. That is going to be used a few times in the run, and yeah, you press right, it sends you very fast to the left because it's supposed to eject you from the wall, and it generally will.
Alright, yeah, so I got started here. I'm on Emerald Hill 1 and it's already a disaster, so this ought to be fun.
Good luck.
Oh, kicked in the speed cap there.
Yep.
And then
Yep. This is what happens when you're focusing on getting the stream set up and not the game. But, you know. This shouldn't be too bad, honestly.
it won't be much slower in real time, at least.
Exactly. I mean, it is, but it's not. Alright. The run starts now. Yeah, Lion, I've never touched this game in my life. Please.
Yeah, normally you want to shoot for a 20 there, and Pancakes can get it often enough, but just there he didn't.
I owe Shadowbee like 15 speedrunning curves just for that one alone.
So there are a couple ways to finish this level. There's this top path with the invincibility that lets you just stand inside of Robotnik's hitbox, getting hits every time he's vulnerable. So it's a frame-perfect boss kill if you don't mess up your positioning somehow. And then there's a lower path, which makes the boss fight a little bit trickier, but can be faster. Honestly, it's runner's preference.
At least I saved it there. 39 is not bad. Top route.
Yeah. I consider a 39 acceptable in PB attempts.
Alright, this one I'm shooting for a 23, so we'll see how it goes. Nope. That sucks. Wow. What is it with Sonic games and just wrecking people at marathons?
So, what he was trying to do there was a slow jump that would have got him up on, like, either into that area or at least on the platform, and Stitch having to go around the section that he just went through. But I believe he was a frame early, so yeah.
Tim, this is a disaster and you know it. You're loving every minute of this. Alright, I'm going for a 40 here. We're gonna get this back on track eventually.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So The strategy in this level is to use Tails to open up that gate, and that allows him to go back, hit a path switcher, which puts him on the other layer there and sends him down when he goes back through, skipping about half the stage. It is a pretty significant time save. You can also do it by a couple other methods to get through the door if you don't have a second player, but that's obviously easy ways to have Tails do it for you. And there, he actually did get the 40.
So far, I'm 0 for 2 in Act 1s. But the Act 2s have been good. So let's see if the trend continues.
And yeah, he will be going for the Metro skips.
Just gotta settle down is all, right? Is that a thing? Marathon nerves?
Yeah. The annoying thing about Aquatic Ruin is that it has a lot of very small slopes that affect your jumps. So when he kind of jumped up into that loop area and kind of got stuck and fell back down to hit the spring, what he was trying to do there was actually jump all the way up top, but he didn't get the right slope. It can be a little bit deceptive exactly where you are on the slope and how the jump is going to treat you. That one doesn't lose much time though, so it's still an okay Act 1. Nice underwater section here. That jump that he did in the kind of the middle of it to keep his momentum is pretty precise. There are a couple different places you can do it. One is like 1 or 2 frames, the other one is like 4 or 5. But you're going fast enough that it's not always the easiest to judge, and it's pretty easy to mess up. Also, just a little bit late there on the boss kill. He was at least nominally trying for a frame-perfect boss kill, which would have given him animal explosions and sent the camera over to the capsule sooner. It's pretty silly, but it's frame-perfect in a 60 frames per second game, and there's no great cue for it. Cedar Night 1, where runs go to die.
Absolutely. I will not be going for the fast one here. If I can get a 32, I'll be ecstatic.
This stage is not horribly difficult, but if you mess it up, it just punishes you hard. So he slowed down a little bit there for one of the trickier jumps and then took the bottom route. If he had been going a little bit faster, then he would have been able to keep the speeches, go the top route at the end, and get a 27 or 28. Starting off Casino Night 2, I know this is a bit late, but you saw him jump up straight in the air. That is a straight jump. That means he released the D-pad on the spin dash 1 frame too early. If he had done it 1 frame later, he would have instead gotten perfect velocity from that spin dash. Because, you know, that's how spin dashes behave in this game.
Oops.
Okay, yeah, like, go at the... Oh, no.
I swear I jumped, I swear.
Okay. You're saying things are going wrong, but I'm seeing things go all right.
I mean, I'm glad I got this under control. I'm gonna be honest. That was not a good start at all.
Also, the ending there in Casino Night 2 is the only one where you can pan the camera up, and it does spawn the animals a little bit faster if you do that. You can also get Tails stuck in the unloaded boss capsule and get him crushed to death if you bring it back on camera, which is... Anyway, this stage is the first instance of a zip used in the run. Using invincibility frames to ride the platform underneath the lava, and because the lava only has collision on the top, then timing a zip, getting the rarest subpixels there actually on that zip, getting into the invincibility. Usually you end up kind of down by that spring, and sometimes you end up right in the corridor that goes to the earthquake and lava section. But any of those three things can happen. And basically, he just used zip speed to phase through some walls and end up there. In Hilltop 2, it's possible to get an early cycle, but it is very tight. I see he did an early, like a safe strat at the very beginning. There's otherwise a fairly tight slope jump that you would do. And so he's going to be going for a pretty consistent cycle here. Looks like not going for the half cycle either. That he didn't have a lot of time to really get himself positioned for it anyway. But the platform cycles are all based off of the start of the level. And so that means everything you do up to that point is pretty important. Nice spring to spring, too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so far this isn't too bad. 63 in Hilltop 2. That stage tends to snowball. If you make one little mistake, the next mistake gets bigger, and the next mistake gets bigger. It's nice to play that one safe in a situation like this. I'm gonna try to squeeze between this pillar. Nope. I didn't die, but I was on the edge, so I couldn't spin dash. Probably a good thing I was.
Yeah, it is possible to beat that first Crutcher cycle at the beginning of the stage, but it requires you to be pretty fast. And there's another method where you don't do it with a spin dash, but that's obviously slower afterwards, so it doesn't save nearly as much time. Being on the edge of the platform puts Sonic in a balancing animation and makes him unable to duck. So that meant he wasn't able to spin dash there.
It is the best song. Hello.
Hi. Hey, I've been here.
Hi.
I like to load. What would you think would be the hardest stage? Not like glitchless hardest stage.
The hardest stage glitchless? Do you count Oil Ocean 1 a glitch?
No. Or yes.
Oh, okay.
Oil Ocean 1, I actually have a video on YouTube that is me playing it kind of as the developers intended. It's a pretty fun stage to play that way, I'm not gonna lie. But I would say the hardest stage to do glitchless and really optimize would be Metropolis 2.
That's interesting.
Oh, asking what in Oil Ocean 1 is a glitch? Well, you'll see it's pretty soon.
I don't know, like, I think Aquatic Ruin 1 is awful with the slopes. I really think the casino nights are tough to get your rhythm in. And the hilltops, man, the hilltops are kill top for a reason.
Yeah.
Oops.
This is why I brought up the question after Hilltop. I was like, it's gonna say Hilltop, right?
I mean, yeah, it's not even really close. I die more often in Hilltop than any other stage.
And
Hilltop.
I would say, if like it's easier to not die in Hilltop 1 if you do glitchless, but that's because you don't do the zip.
That was weird. Let's try this again.
Yeah, so what happened there was kind of a function of how the oil is programmed. It sinks, and the mechanic it uses to do that is pretty much like a platform that sinks. So Jumping doesn't always necessarily reset the falling bit of it. So you saw him jump up twice before doing some of those spin dashes. That was so that it would reset and he would be able to have the amount of time and the height that he wanted to get through there.
And that was not a good showing there either. A 40 in Oil Ocean 1 is awful, especially with the death, but you know what? The good streak was bound to come to an end.
And you did get past the fan.
I did get past both fans, so yeah, I mean, I really can't complain. The first level wrap you'll see is in this stage here, Oil Ocean 2. And back to where I showed you guys at the beginning of the run, that zip. Well, we're going to be doing something like that to get past the left side of the screen. It's really cool.
Yeah. So first he activated a glitch that just messes up Sonic's physics, and that one's really easy to do. You just hold right coming out of that left thing, and that allows that to push you into the wall, which allows him to level wrap. There's a very, very consistent and easy way to set up your subpixels, so in other words, your very precise positioning in order to get that level wrap consistently. So that level wrap is really easy. He unfortunately was just a little bit too slow or too high in his positioning to get the final hit on the boss before he went down into the oil. That also means that if he had done it slightly sooner, he was at pretty significant risk of getting a frame-perfect boss kill, just like in Aquatic Ruin 1.
Yes.
But that one hard locks the game. So
I actually pulled out of the oil there. I want to say I was way late, but I don't think there was a chance I could have actually killed him. Oh, come on, Tails.
No, you were way late there.
Yeah. But I didn't want to risk that, because I'm not in level select right now. I'm playing it risky.
Yeah, so he kind of manipulated Tails to not be opening that platform that he wanted to land on at the beginning of the stage. Most of the stage is pretty much as intended, except for one thing towards the end, which he's going to be coming up on here. He is going to get this knocked down to its lowest level, which is just a safety thing, and then scroll the screen down, and that deloads objects like that nut, which then means you can be in it and clip through the floor with a jump. The reason that camera thing works is because this level wraps vertically. You can look at a map and you'll see that there are places where it just goes above or below things, and then there's kind of batching openings or whatever on the either top or bottom, depending on which one you're looking at. The way the game handles that, obviously, is just by having the vertical portion of the level wrap, and that means the camera has a little bit of trouble handling it. This here is a level wrap that is pretty consistent. There's a subpixel manipulation method, and then there's a timing method. You kind of do which one you prefer. The easy to mess up part, honestly, is the setup more so than the zip and level wrap itself.
Now for the hard one, Tom, you're absolutely right. Oh boy. The one that could take one try or 3 minutes.
Alright, so the key of this level wrap, first off, you want to get that Scyther dead, because it you have to have it out of the way. But you get Sonic to stand on the very edge of this platform, Tails to walk off of it, and you have to have Sonic on the very left edge. Oh, nice, that was fast. So,
good stuff.
Then, as the platform goes down, you have 2 to 3 frames, depending on subpixels, to initiate a zip. And then there are 2 2-frame windows with which you can release the D-pad to get the level wrap. So it is a very, very precise trick.
We're going, oh boy. Fuck. Well, I get to do it again.
Yeah, so if you mess up the boss and or lose your rings, it's really tricky. I had that happen to me at SGDQ 15.
Yeah.
Actually, and I had to do Metro 3 twice, just like Pancakes is.
Yeah, unfortunately the little ball is on that Robotnik at the end there. Even though they're behind him, they still have their hurt boxes active.
Yeah,
So,
he had the hardest hits done up at that point. It was just that last, if he had got that last hit and not died on it, he would have been able to finish it reliably. So that just makes it extra.
Oh man, Sonic is not being kind to people today. Crow Noon, you hear that? You have to break the trend, dude.
oh man, I sure hope so. But well, you know Sonic 3. We'll see.
And the reason why the game is stuttering there is, like you see me, I am literally trying to pause and unpause the game as fast as I can to ensure that I don't waste any more time there. And what happened in the first boss here is you can do something like this, actually, and it's much easier, it's much safer. But for whatever reason, the game knocked me the wrong direction, away from the ring, and you know.
Yeah, the record scratch sound from the pausing and unpausing. You might be wondering how I ended up.
So, you know, we just get to show the best trick of the game off twice. I mean, you know.
This is a pretty clean boss fight. Second time around.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
So Sky Chase here, it should be the longest stage in the game, although this run it probably is not by a wide margin with the Metro 3. But it's 2 minute 6 second auto scroller. If you're on PB pace, you have some people like to call it a break, you know, like you just got past Metro 3. You got Wing Fortress, another hard stage. Some people take a nap. You know, I mean, there's plenty of things you can do here. But I don't like it. I like it. Oh my goodness! It's like you get off that emotional high from Metro 3, and now you have to sit here and do this. It's awful. But yeah, Wing Fortress coming up is a really technical stage. What I'm gonna do for the first attempt is I'm gonna try for the 142. The beginning has to go right. If it does not work, I'm just gonna immediately go into the backup, kill the chicken strat instead of the vegan strat. So we'll see. We have options.
If he goes for those strats, they will make sense. But I love the names for them.
the chicken and the vegan. Final Maggie, you are not wrong.
And you can see there that he's spin dashing really fast, and Tails is actually keeping up with him. That's because this guy plays on revision 2 of the game, and that's one of the changes made to it. On the version I have, and most people have, honestly, Tails is not going to keep up, and spin dashing like there would result in what we like to call, affectionately, pulling an Argid.
Shout out to Argid.
And yes, if he was Supersonic would be too fast for Tails.
Oops, I speed cap. So we're going for the chicken.
Yeah, so the chicken strat here is, as you can see, killing that. Then getting through that section can be done pretty smoothly. Now he's doing a Vision 2 exclusive glitch there. That does not work on the other version. And you would have to contend with the randomness of the platforms below.
Oops.
So that is one advantage.
I messed this up somehow. The RAM got messed up. It didn't let me spin dash.
So what he was trying to do there is get himself in a state where
Don't know why that
with
failed.
active, he could charge a spin dash in the ceiling and just kill the boss really easily right there. So what went wrong is kind of hard to diagnose in real time, but if you don't have the boss loaded into the correct, or the boss, Sonic, and so on, loaded into the correct RAM slot, the correct memory address, you will not be able to spin dash, because slope glitch does not allow, it treats you as being on the edge of a platform, and therefore normally does not allow you to duck, which means you can't spin dash. And if he does it right this time, he'll be able to spin dash and get a really fast boss kill.
I don't have audio on. I'm playing without audio, so I'm just gonna wait to jump.
Yeah, I use an audio cue for this too.
Look up, everybody.
But yeah,
A
this is what
144.
happens when the game doesn't know exactly what to do with the sprite. It's loading from the wrong sprite bank, and so it just kind of does the process improperly, and that's the result.
I'm genuinely curious on what actually went wrong there to where I wasn't allowed to stand. Like, I killed the chicken, therefore I didn't need to activate the brake. Interesting nonetheless. I'm gonna have to watch it. It could just be marathon things, you know. But a 144 there, 45, whatever, it's not bad. I'll never complain about that.
So, Silver Sonic, there's a chance to soft lock if you get a frame perfect boss kill. Frame perfect meaning if you do it on the frame where it's changing sprites, basically. Nice, animal explosions. So, that's kind of an artifact from getting the slope glitch kill in Wing Fortress. And that means if he doesn't die here, he's going to get animal explosions on the way out as he beats the game, which is just awesome. Looks good.
Oh, I didn't
Time
spin
is up
dash. I
there.
missed a spin dash, but it's alright. We get animal explosions in slow-mo. Alright, only 104 over estimate, and that was a pretty tight estimate, all things considering. So that is Sonic 2.
Yeah, 25 minutes
done.
is
GG.
25 minutes is honestly a fairly tight estimate for this game, especially when you have things that can go wrong like Wing Fortress and Metro 3.
But, yeah, well, thanks, Chubbas, Kronoon, and Liz for accepting my Sonic 2 run. I do appreciate it. Up next on Blast the Process, we have Sonic 3 Knuckles with Kronoon. So give me a minute here to mess up audio again on the game transition, and we'll be right back, everybody. Hang tight. And thank you, Alec, for helping with commentary. I do appreciate it, man.